Hello everyone, Paulo P13 here, and welcome to today's video. I am terribly sorry for the delay in videos lately. I don't know what happened, but I was having some software issues where every time I would try and upload a video, all of the audio would be gone, so I'd have to, and the file would be corrupted, so I wouldn't have any audio. So it took me a few days to figure out what on earth was going on, but I believe I have got it figured out, so I'm able to get these videos out to you. And today's video, I am continuing with my Ultimus VII node guide series. And today's node is From Street to Space. It is the second mini-boss on my lane. And I will also try and get another node guide out to you guys today, which will be the next one, I believe, Gonna Fly Now. But if you guys have any other nodes that you want to see me do, please let me know. Just let me know down in the comments, or in the video description, you'll find a link to a Discord, and you can let me know there. It can be any node in all of Ultimus 7. You just have to tell me the name. A description of the node is not very helpful because it's a high percent chance that I will mess up which node you're talking about. So just tell me the name and I will take care of it. It may take me a bit because it's going to take me some research if it's a node I'm not overly familiar with, and figure out the best way to get gameplay for it, whether it's me doing it personally or getting someone else to do it and using that footage to give you commentary. We will see, and I'll keep you updated on how I make those once I figure out what I'm doing. But yes, I'll be making those videos as soon as I can if you guys give me some feedback. I do have one or two other nodes that I've been requested to do, which I will be getting to after these two nodes. So again, if you do request any of these nodes, make sure to subscribe so that you're able to, actually see the video when it comes out. The notification bell is pretty good too. Anyways, let's get into this node. Make sure to leave a like and share it. And yeah. So here we go, reach from street to space. So you're going to see the team that I use here. It is not that team. There's one difference I'm going to put here. It is Yo-Yo in that slot that Hella was just in. And this team here is kind of my typical base team, which I use most of the time. It is not my only team that I use, but it is the main team that I use. When I'm experimenting with new teams, I usually base it off of this. It is not the fastest team, and it is not the safest team, but I find it to be the best blend. The safest, I would say, is Slowtron, and the fastest is like a symbiote Spider-Verse team hybrid with Ultron and Hela type thing. But that one will die after a couple nodes, or a Magneto type hybrid. But anyways, this is it, the team here, so let's just pause and say everything that just happened. Basically, I kind of did the basic start to it. I get the defense up from Shuri. I do whatever with Yo-Yo. I summon with Ultron. I use Falcon Special, and I give debuffs to everybody with Scientist Supreme. When this happens, I take a look at the opponents to see who gets defense down. I don't use Falcon's ult until he's not offense downed, and I kind of just there we go, I use the Falcon ult. Now it should be Ultron already is going to use that. Yeah, and you kind of just pick out the target. The main priorities are going to be Rocket, Gamora, and Black Panther. Rocket can be a really big detriment to your entire team. Gamora can be shockingly deadly. And Black Panther can actually kill your entire team if you do not plan well. Right now I'm not in the best situation because I don't have any defense up. Therefore, that Black Panther was actually able to take out my Falcon. So as you can tell, this is not a perfect run, but I usually have issues recording good footage, meaning like I have issues just being able to record when I do my runs normally. So this is all I have. But I will say that you lose Falcon maybe 1 in 10 times because he is the most vulnerable, but it's not the end of the run, and it doesn't mean you're going to have to use resources, as you'll see here. What you start having to do is kind of pay attention to Ultron summons and not summon to the point where you cannot get a revive from Scientist Supreme on that Falcon. Now again, if you do happen to summon too many times accidentally, you kind of just have to hope that someone dies, which is never the best case scenario. It's also wise to try and not give the defense down to yourself and use Scientist Supreme's ultimate right before something like a Black Panther ult. That could be very detrimental. The reason I actually summoned there, even though I kind of just said I shouldn't summon until I have my Falcon back, The reason I did summon was to give some defense up to Ultron just in case. I didn't want to lose another character, and I figured I would likely lose a minion at some point, so it would be able to be revived anyways. So I kind of carry on through here, get 17 messages, okay. Start making a dent. I work on that Black Panther a bit because, again, you saw earlier, he can be quite deadly, and if you don't time it well, he can kill all of your minions and then actually get a lot of turn meter and just be able to take down your whole team. I think I've wiped on this node once, and that's what happened. I just used the Scientist Supreme ult at the wrong moment and got myself entirely wiped by Black Panther in like 15 turns in a row. But yeah, now you just kind of focus on the Miles. Miles is the next big priority. While he's not dodging, you can focus him down really quick so you don't have to deal with him anymore. Then the next highest priority will be the Spider-Man. Apparently, I just accidentally hit an aim infector. Here we got a Loki. If you can really focus down that Loki and get him before he takes a turn, it would be incredible, but that's not usually going to happen, especially with this team setup. I've done it before, and you see there I do lose a minion, which is good, so I will have a chance to get my Falcon back. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and use my abilities as quick as possible while just being cautious to not leave myself too vulnerable, because I want to give Scientist Supreme as many chances as possible to revive that Falcon. And there we go. I do actually manage to get that revive, which is good. Here I flip. I don't flip. I use the ultimate by Scientist Supreme to do a bit of healing and give some debuffs to the opponents. Now it's a bit of time management and deciding what's absolutely necessary to do. That was a bit dangerous letting Gamora take that turn, because you're not going to be able to one-shot this node, especially with the setup. I have one-shot this node once or twice, but it's not a consistent thing. So you'll often end up in this situation where you're kind of just planning out your abilities to be ready for the second time. I use that ultimate, that special there from Falcon, in order to kind of try and get this Gamora down in time and get a heal from Shuri, which I get both of those. I get the heal. I don't believe I get the Gamora down, but I can do a bit of work there, and I won't be taking too much damage. There we go. The Gamora is down. I used that basic from Ultron, but I didn't actually aim it just because I want to get some more moves, just to get as much abilities back off of cooldown as possible. And there you go. Hey there, sorry for interrupting your video, my video, the video that I made that you're watching, this one right here. But I just really wanted to tell you guys, make sure to subscribe. There should be like an icon on the bottom corner, bottom right, bottom left corner, one of the bottom corners of the screen right now, and it says subscribe. Click that, make sure you subscribe. It makes a huge difference. But why is that important for you? Well, you can actually find out about these videos a little sooner. I make a lot of videos, and I try to make them very helpful for you guys. I really do wish to help you, and that's my goal. And a lot of people have been missing my videos lately that they've been looking for. So hopefully that'll help you with that. But not only that, giveaways. Who doesn't like free money? And you want to spend it on this game? That's great. I would try to get you Google Play or Apple codes for whatever currency you need. Or you know what? I could just PayPal you money. How much money are we talking? When I get to 1,000 subscribers, $50 of whatever currency. That sounds really concerning, but roughly 50 American dollars, 50 euros, 50 pounds if need be. That's a little higher, but anyways, 50 of that currency, as long as it's like a generally standardized currency for PayPal to you if that's what you want. So make sure, but you have to be subscribed. Make sure to subscribe and share the channel, get others to subscribe, because the sooner we get to that, the sooner you guys get giveaways, and who doesn't like free things? Anyways, back. So now you go back into the node here after that interruption, and you use the same team. You kind of start off in the same exact way, and it's basically you just pick out the targets there. You see I've got 2 Draxes to worry about, but they're not that big damage threats. The main damage threats are the Spider-Verse, and there's another character that's not showing yet. You can count it out. There's 7 characters down, and there's 8 characters remaining. So I believe the best thing to do here would be to take out 1 Drax so you don't get stuck on take down the Drax on low health, so you don't stay stuck on that taunt. And then once it gets back to Ultron's turn, just basically clear that taunt. which is a good way to just kind of be able to focus down the characters you need to, which here will be those Spider-Verse characters. Try and rewind some turn meter. Here I really could be going for Miles, but I was pretty determined to take out that Spidey that had defense down, but those dodges can be pretty detrimental. Get the defense up whenever you can, and it won't cost you that ability for the next node, because that defense up by Shuri is one of the two most important things on this team. Well, I guess Ultron would qualify, and Yo-Yo giving offense down, basically making sure that you're not taking a bunch of damage are the really huge parts. A lot of people would say Scientist Supreme is one of the most essential, but with the video that I have for Gonna Fly now, I think I can prove that Scientist Supreme is not irreplaceable. I've tried a lot of combos, and I have found that the three that I really can't replace for this team are Shuri, Yo-Yo, and Ultron. You can make variations of the rest of it with the other two, and it'll be fine. And you can occasionally take one out here and there out of the main group that I just said. The last character that dropped down is Black Panther, so again, you have to be careful with the Scientist Supreme ult. But yeah, those are the most essential parts of this. You kind of just focus down the characters in order now. Miles would be a very important character, but especially now that we've dropped Black Panther below 50% health, we need to take him down as fast as possible, because we don't want him to use his ult while charged, because that could be really painful for us. And we also can't attack Miles right now because he's in stealth. So here I believe I could go for Drax, which is a completely fine strategy. I summoned there, which probably didn't need to do, but I guess it gave me another minion giving me some buffs, so I can use a good ult here from Ultron to speed up the process. You also should be paying more attention to just keeping your abilities out of cooldown for the next time. So you can see I'm going to probably in a second here start speeding up and just using a lot of basics, whether it's the right choice or not. Just basically for the speed of the animations, just getting everything going as fast as possible. It's really helpful. So there we go. I took out the Miles. Now I'm targeting the Drax, going to take him down. And then I'm just going to go basically to one of those aim infectors, focus it down as fast as possible. And then I basically finish off with the other aim effector. Here's it's a pretty easy part here. Once you get here, it's really just button mashing the heck out of that basic button as fast as possible. But it's a very important part that a lot of people don't do, and they time out when they really didn't need to. Once you get to a completely safe position where you're not putting yourself in jeopardy anymore, and you're going against that clock, that basic button should be being hit as fast as possible to work that down. So you can see here, it takes a bit of time to kill any character, even if it's a character that's just standing there with defense down. But Ultimus VII, these guys have pretty big health pools, so it can take a while to work them down. But it happens slowly and surely. Who's going to be the one that gets the final hit? Yeah, there we go. Now again, you just kind of go back to this character who gives himself defense down, and you just spam out those basics. Now, is it possibly more efficient to use some other moves? Yeah, but I personally find it better just to save all other abilities for the next node, because you'd want to keep carrying on, and why waste abilities if you don't have to? And kind of picking it, if you have like one ability you don't mind using, is it really worth the time to look at every single ability just to make sure that you use the yo-yo special instead? I don't think so. I think if you just hit that basic, it's likely going to be doing the job well enough. And there you go. Take it down with 20 seconds to spare. That is a 2-shot for the second mini boss node from Street to Space, I believe it is called. And I do hope that this was helpful. Again, let me know any other nodes you guys want to see me do with this in the comments or in the video description. You'll find a link to my Discord. Just send me a